Hello, I'm Michael.
I'm Sally, and this is Wrestle MSX.
We open the show with LA Knight issuing an open invitation to challenge him for his United States Championship. His challenge is answered by Ludwig Kaiser. So back from the break, and we have a US Championship title match, Knight versus Kaiser. It was a pretty fair contest to open up with until things took a turn for the worse for Knight. Both contestants ended up outside the ring, where Kaiser rammed Knight into the ring and then the ring steps. This resulted in Kaiser doing his running drop kick on Knight from around the ring. Back from another break, and both men are in the ring with Kaiser in full control. Knight tries to fight back and eventually does by ramming Kaiser's head repeatedly into the commentator's table. Back in the ring, and a neck breaker by Knight allows him to climb to the middle rope and drop an elbow and get a 2 count cover. Kaiser then gets his own 2 count with a huge kick to Knight. Kaiser reverses a BFT into a 2 count pin and then gets a Kaiser roll in for another 2 count. Eventually though, Knight got the upper hand, and after a knee to the back of the head and hitting a successful BFT on Kaiser, Knight pinned and retained his US belt.
Next out, Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews against Los Garzas, which consists of Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza, with Santos Escobar and Elektra Lopez, of course. Crews showed his power with a standing holding suplex on Humberto, which got a 2 count off. After an assisted leap over the top rope by Corbin for Crews on Las Garza, we come back from a break to see a Garza special on Crews and a 2 count. Crews manages to make the tag with Corbin taking on both Las Garza members with ease. Crews tags back in and continues where Corbin left off, schooling both Humberto and Angel. Corbin ends up outside the ring with Garza when we see Santos Escobar telling Elektra Lopez to go, and she does, straight onto the apron to distract the referee. With the official distracted, Escobar rams Corbin into the ring steps, while in the ring Humberto rolls up Crews, but only for a 2 count. With no one to help Crews, he gets picked off by Los Garza, and in the end falls prey to the MTY and covered for the pin.
We hear from the Bloodline next, or rather Solo Sikoa. He tells DIY and the Street Profits to be aware, because if he can take out his own family, just imagine what he and the Bloodline can do to you. He then goes on to say he doesn't care who wins between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes, he's coming for the winner.
Next we have Nick Aldis introducing Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes to the ring for a chat. Cody spoke about them beating A-Town Down Under last week and Kevin nearly turning on Rhodes. Owens said he wouldn't hit Cody with a cheap shot.
Not Kevin Owens.
Owens then kept bringing up Cody's hurt knee, which Rhodes denied. Owens brought up the knee because he didn't want his win to be tainted. He wants to beat a fully fit Rhodes. Cody questioned him about winning and asked if he'd still be friends if he, Cody, won. Owens tossed his mic down, said something in Cody's ear and left the ring.
Backstage, Austin Theory picked up Grayson Waller on him always dropping him in it. Waller apologised and things seemed, well, okay for the moment, but I think a breakdown's on the cards.
Back from the break, and we have Andrade against Carmelo Hayes Part 4.
But before that, we have another video package from Giovanni Vinci, who's debuting next week.
Back to Hayes and Andrade, and they did not mess about. Andrade kicking Hayes out of the ring from the off, and then hitting him with a corkscrew plancha over the ropes. Back in the ring, and Andrade got a 2 count off his usual missed moonsault from the top rope and then a standing moonsault pin. Andrade then sets up a double knees in the corner, but as he runs towards Hayes, Hayes gets up and counters with the first 48 and then a Meteora, but only gets a 2 count pin. Both men then end up in the corner with Hayes grabbing the turnbuckle pad and ripping it off as Andrade pulls him away, exposing the metal. A very good looking springboard Spanish fly by Andrade then gets him a 2 count. Andrade then lifts Hayes onto the top rope and climbs up too, in the hopes of hitting a top rope move. Unfortunately for Andrade, Hayes escapes, pulls Andrade's legs from under him and causing him to go face first into the exposed turnbuckle. With Andrade dazed, Hayes climbs up to the top rope, hits nothing but net and covers him for the 3. The matches between them stand 2-2.
Last match of the night, Nia Jax versus Michin in a street fight for the WWE Women's Championship. Michin heads out with a trolley full of goodies. When I say goodies, I mean weapons. Michin starts the match with a kendo stick in hand and then decides to get a table out from under the ring. While doing so, Jax attacks her with her own kendo stick, and when she's done with her, she puts the table back that Michin was pulling out. But while she's doing this, Michin then attacks Jax again, and when she's done once again, she pulls the table back out. We come back from the break with Jax setting up a table in the ring also littered with trash cans, kendo sticks and a chair. Jax sets the table up against the corner and goes to get Michin to presumably put her through the aforementioned table. As Jax reaches down to grab Michin from the outside of the ring though, Michin sets off a fire extinguisher in Jax's face, which fells Jax. Michin hits a missile drop kick from the top rope and goes on the attack with a trash can lid in either hand. After clobbering Jax with both lids and hitting a tornado DDT on Jax, Michin goes for the cover, but only gets a 2 count. Michin decides to set up another table in the ring, but as she does, Jax gathers herself and hits Michin with the chair. Jax then lays Michin on the table she set up and climbs the turnbuckle to the middle rope. But as she does, Michin gets up, slips between Nia's legs and powerbombs Jax through the table she was just laying on. With Jax down and out and Michin exhausted, Tiffy time plays out over the sound system and Miss Money in the Bank comes running down to ringside. First back to her feet is Michin, but Stratton soon deals with her by clubbing her with the briefcase. Stratton looks to cash the case in and turns to Jax, either to see what she's doing or hit her too. But as she turns to Jax, Jax looks up from the mat as if to say, what are you doing? Michin gets up again, but soon gets put down again by a case shot. Stratton then drags Jax onto Michin for the cover. The ref counts, but only to 2 as Michin kicks out. Stratton drags Michin to the middle of the ring to hit the prettiest moonsault ever, but as she starts to climb, Bayley comes running out and attacks Stratton. With Bayley and Stratton out the ring, Jax and Michin can resolve their match. Jax Simone drops Michin through the previously set up corner table, places a bin over her head, drags her to the corner and annihilates her from the middle rope. Jax pins Michin and retains her title. SmackDown goes off the air with her holding her title aloft. Now, if you like what we do, then go and check out our predictions for Bash in Berlin, where I think I might actually lose the Predictions Championship.
And then join us for our look at Bash in Berlin Sunday morning.
Once again, thank you for watching.
And we'll see you soon.